On this episode of Star Trek Universe, Effie and I are going to have a little fun in a town called Tombstone with specters of guns. Or something. We're talking Star Trek 301, Spectre of the Gun, right after these growly, mumbled words from asshole Earps.
There you go.
Welcome into Star Trek Universe. This is, of course, our Star Trek classic watch / rewatch. I'm your host, David C. Robertson. I've watched all the things.
And I am Effie Ophelders, the person who has seen this for the first time.
That's right.
I'm new. I just got here.
And man, oh man,
Indeed.
the fans' cries were heard. Star Trek was renewed for a third season, but they were given the death slot Friday at 10 p.m. Also,
Right. Yep.
the budget that got slashed halfway through season 2 when Paramount took over from Desilu, slashed again.
I'm sure. Yeah, I figured. That goes to yeah.
Gene L. Kuhn officially gone. John Meredith Lucas much less involved now. Now look, Gene Kuhn did promise to submit scripts, and he did under the name Lee Cronin.
Oh, and this one was written by Lee Cronin.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because it was
that
pretty
makes
good.
sense because it doesn't feel out of the vibe. Yeah. It's very much another one of these where we're like, it's very much Star Trek. It's also very much we need to use costumes from other projects to save money.
But,
we already have a Western set lying around. Let's go, guys.
DC Fontana officially gone as story editor again, though she did contribute some stuff.
Okay.
Gene Roddenberry gone, though.
He's never really gone, is he?
He's never really totally gone. No, but yeah. And later in the season, they would also cut this season's episode count down to 24.
Oh. What was it at first? 30 or
26, I would imagine, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, but two fewer is not a giant cut,
Actually,
but okay.
Yeah, was it 26 or 29? I can't remember now. I'd have to go back. I don't remember such things. Look, they cut it down. All right.
Yeah. It got less. Sure.
All right.
I'll take it. I won't argue with trivia.
And it's funny because, it's funny that it's Lee Cronin, that it's Gene L. Kuhn. He basically, this is not like a situation where he was like, I'm embarrassed, I'll change my name. He had already gone to another company and was legally not, allowed.
Be allowed to, because he was exclusive or some shit.
Yeah.
Contract stuff. Makes sense.
But he was a man of his word and was like, Lee Cronin, here you go.
I'll write some shit,
And it feels like that. It feels like him because immediately we have a situation where Kirk and crew are on their way to go see these people, and these people are like, motherfucker, we don't want you here.
Get away. Get out.
Step off.
Shoo.
And Kirk says, all right, well, let's just blow past this buoy and go ahead and go anyway.
Seems safe. And wise, orders.
Imperialism. So, and Kirk and his fellas beam down to the planet, and that's where we find ourselves. Why we find ourselves in this situation where this creature, this whatever he was, I can't remember what, Melkosian or something.
Melkosian.
Yeah, Melkosian.
It's a weird pronunciation. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it until I had to say it.
It happens.
By the way, there's a blooper reel apparently somewhere, and I haven't seen it, where that creature that we see through the mist, the Melkosian, is wearing fucking horn-rimmed glasses that belong to Robert Justman and a fake mustache.
Well done.
But
Good shit.
Here's some fun.
Glad they thought to film that.
Yeah. Fun fact, though, this episode aired the week of Halloween.
Oh.
And
spooky, yeah.
And aired within a week of the 87th anniversary of the actual gunfight at the OK Corral.
Oh, timing.
Which wasn't at the OK Corral. It was a few streets over. But, yeah.
Of course. Oh.
History and myth blend, you know.
History schmistery. It's fine. It wasn't a historical event I was all that familiar with anyway. Like, I knew the name Wyatt Earp from probably, like, some Duck comics back in the day that referenced the guy. But other than that, no fuck all about these people.
Yeah.
Which is why it was so annoying that the subtitles... Because I can't watch on Netflix anymore because it was thrown off there. So I had to, you know, get my own copies. And the subtitles were just... slightly off, or they wouldn't load, or they'd appear for a couple seconds and then disappear. And I was like, God damn it, there's too many fucking names I've never seen. One of them is, like, Chekhov has a Russian fucking accent. Kirk is mumbling. I cannot make this out without the subs. Damn it.
Oh, what'd you do?
Which, I don't know. It might have been, part of it might have been the streaming it from my Plex server to the TV, where the audio just didn't quite sound right on the stereo, like on the Sonos speakers I have. It might have made it, like, I might have had more luck if I'd boosted some dialogue or something, but I don't like doing that because that's not the mix, you know. So I'm like, they didn't used to have this issue until way more recently in movies, but oh.
But what did you do to fix it?
I just kept fiddling with the settings until the subtitles worked.
Oh, okay. So you did get to watch it and know what they were saying.
Yeah. It just took me a while, so I think I like got through the first 10 minutes real fucking slowly. But it worked out. It was just, especially when they got to, what are these guys' names? I was very glad that it was working.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it was hard enough just following which Billy is who and which character is seen as another character. And at the same time, none of it really matters unless you know the events, which I don't. So
yeah. So what is
it's
interesting?
Very impressive that they know it from the top of their head, where Kirk in a couple centuries is just like, I remember that date. And Spock is like, I pride myself on having the entire hard drive up in my skull and just knowing this shit, where I'm like, that's even farther removed from you guys than it is from us, and I'm not sure how relevant this is now. So I don't know.
Yeah,
but I'm guessing in the 60s it was real relevant.
I mean, you got that bit about look, this was like, I think this was DeForest Kelley's like third or fourth version of a gunfight at the OK Corral. Like, he had played Ike Clanton. He had played somebody else. I don't remember all. I've got it in the notes somewhere. Yeah. But, like, you know, Westerns were the thing back then. So, like... Yeah, Wyatt Earp, fucking Billy the Kid, and all that shit that was just, like, you know, they were just jerking dicks off, you know?
That makes sense. It is... Everything is more known at that point, whereas, you know, the Western sort of... fizzled out, and I've seen some, but I haven't seen that many. So
yeah,
it makes sense. It's a fun genre, but there's a lot from that era that I just haven't seen.
One of the cool things about this episode is generally when you look at the tales of Tombstone, the gunfight of the OK Corral, the Earps are the good guys. They are presented as the good guys, and the Clantons are the bad guys. In this case, it was the opposite,
which is fun.
Neat.
It's a fun twist. Yeah.
And I think this episode really works as a Halloween episode too. You know, the Earps feel borderline demonic.
Yeah. When they start walking towards the OK Corral, they're just zombies. They're just, you know, picking up the next person and just straight up staring and walking, and thunder and lightning and everything. It is very much the spooky episode in that sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I love the mist at the beginning. I love the surrealistic sets with you know, the red sky being present even when they walk into a building and you see what it looks like signs hanging on nothing. I don't know, man. There's something about it, like they really like it. I
really enjoyed that touch of, it's just half a set. Like, it is purposely a vague recreation that doesn't quite make sense because half the walls are gone. it's not a full town. And it's both a way to save on time and energy and money to get all that shit set up, and it creates a really eerie vibe where it's like, oh yeah, we're inside, but we're not really inside. We can look through this shit, and that sign is just on the wall or the outside or on the window. Like you can't tell because something is missing, and it's fun.
The windstorm,
I really like that. Yeah,
the windstorm, the lightning, everything was just so cool, and it looked so creepy. The clock. The clock that's just hanging nowhere.
The literal ticking clock is a good device. It works well. Where you do see them over time just trying to figure something out, and getting to 5 o'clock and knowing they have nothing, and it's a good trick. Mm-hmm. It works well. And it's an ominous clock, yeah.
And you have like Kirk wanting to kill Earp, and he has so much anger. That was man. That's classic Coon. That's classic Gene L. Coon. Like
that makes sense. Yeah, because Kirk has that sometimes
when Gene L. Coon lets him.
Exactly. Like he's not always that impulsive and having to overcome his baser instincts. But in this one, he definitely was, which I guess adds something over just having him talk his way out of it and not jump kicking the guy who's out of bullets. One of the Earps, I presume. I don't remember which one. That was hard. Like the first guy you're introduced to, you recognize somewhat. The other two are interchangeable to me. I at some point I'm just like, they have a weird mustache, they're an Earp. Yeah. Which one?
Which the first guy we see that wants to draw on Kirk in the saloon. Yeah. I had never realized until this viewing, and I looked it up I was looking in the Memory Alpha. Mm-hmm. He plays a character in Star Trek V, an alien character. Oh, and I had never put those two because he looks so different.
Of course.
And talks so different. I never put it together. It was the same dude.
That's amazing. That's fun.
So
I will enjoy that trivia in a year.
Yeah. Or less, like,
or less.
We don't know.
We're making headway. There's, you just said 24 episodes.
Yeah,
should be doable. Yeah,
mayhap.
How many animated series? No, anyway.
22 animated episodes.
Oh, that's also manageable and
half-hour episodes.
Fair enough. Oh, that saves us time. Fair enough. We'll get there.
I do enjoy this episode. I'm aggravated with this episode sometimes, like with McCoy and Scotty being such a fucking dick after Chekhov dies. They're being such a dick to Spock.
Yeah.
And he's like, they forget I'm half human. Like, have y'all not like...
That's a great line, but also those other two are being absolute assholes. Yeah, absolutely. And at the same time, maybe I missed it, but it doesn't feel like Spock was very weird or rude about it.
No.
Prior to those comments, it's very much wow, you're emotionally immature as fuck if your grief has to be taken out on some guy not grieving your way. Like, Jesus.
Yeah. And it
is the first sort of outright confession or admission of guilt in quotation marks from Spock directly, like explicitly stating, no, I do have feelings. Yeah. I am half human. I have to struggle with this same sort of thing. And that's intense. And at the same time, there's not really room for that scene to really convince me that Chekhov is dead at any point, Yeah. Where it's like, that's hard to do because it will be okay because he's a series regular, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't quite feel like Kirk is really feeling that guilt. We don't quite get deep enough in that moment to give a shit.
Yeah.
Because it also feels like they just left his body in the dirt and went to the saloon.
It does. Yeah. I think, it was a necessary death because it tells them, hey, his history is changeable. He wasn't supposed to die. So that's fine. I think I don't like at the end when Kirk is like, Well, that's why.
Nothing was real to him except the woman.
Yeah, that was like...
That's like a weak-ass excuse. But that moment, that transition for me wrecks a whole lot. Because I'm sitting there confused as to when they got hypnobabbled into their telepathy shit.
Yeah.
Like, did they never leave the spaceship? Or did we just skip from they got back on Malkot to beam back up to revive Chekhov?
I don't know.
It's completely unclear to me, but it is the same transition that they use for popping them up elsewhere to the OK Corral, or earlier from there to there, you know. It is that zoom in sort of like, we don't want to ask them to stand still. It will be an ugly cut. We'll just zoom. But it works to it's just confusingly wrapped up. To me, the execution sort of fumbles when it comes to, okay, what the fuck actually happened? Because I watched them for like half an hour struggle to make the link between, oh, we immediately understood they're telepaths, to, oh, maybe this is all in our heads. And then after that, it's a real quick resolution to, oh, okay, I guess, why are we blowing up the buoy now? I would have expected the Melkoshian to pop up earlier to be like, wait, you didn't murder our fabrication in your mind? Are you a peaceful person? I would have expected that to be there sooner. I guess they just didn't want to use the set anymore, or had to go back up to the Enterprise or some shit.
Saving money on transporters.
I guess, yeah. But even if you don't show the like, you could have had a hard cut instead of the zoom cut, and it would have been less confusing.
Yeah.
Because then you know, oh, we're skipping some time. But as it is, I am just confused. Like, wait, were they hypnotized by the buoy before they passed it? Did they actually get to the surface at any point? If they did, what happened there? Like, why? You know, it's very much, and again, the excuse for Chekhov being alive is kind of weak. Whereas, like, you could have just talked your way out of it without making the joke about the woman being the only real thing to him. It's sort of unclear, because I was playing in my head, of course, with the options of like, okay, is this all Kirk's mind? Are they all together there? What is real? What isn't? Like, has Chekhov been thrown out of the illusion? Has Scotty actually passed out from the tranquilizer because it should have been there or not? Like, there's stuff like that where I'm like, okay, we went over my questions, like, just skipped right past them real quick. And that sort of felt disappointing to me, where I'm like, okay, now we're just in the final 5 minutes of let's wrap this up.
Nothing was real. I think, the problem with Kirk's belief that, or his little joke or whatever, that nothing was real to him but the girl. Like, that was not how it was portrayed on the planet when he got shot. He seemed to be in a great deal of pain before he died. So, and we get the explanation from Spock earlier that he must have believed it could hurt him, so it hurt him. Right. So to me, in my head, the Malkosians put him aside and saved him because he was trying to protect the woman from
which
Earth.
Would have been a great thing if they had shown me that or told me that.
They should have said something. They should have.
Because that is in the scene where it happens. I was fully expecting the Malkosians to start realizing, oh, these people are honorable. He's protecting a woman. Yeah. He's standing up for what he believes in, and he's not just willy-nilly murdering the other guy or whatever. He's not trying to pick a fight. He's trying to protect someone. And, you know, they should have gone back to that, because they do make the time to go back to, oh, Kirk, you didn't actually shoot the Earp. Mm-hmm. Good job for only jump kicking him, or drop kicking. I don't fucking know martial arts. Jumping and kicking him in the chest, because it looks cool.
Yeah. Did it though? It
only looks cool on film when the other guy actively falls over. Because if you tried that, you probably wouldn't have enough forward momentum to actually get someone off balance. Not the way he jumps. But it's stunt acting. It's fine. Maybe. I enjoy it. It looks 60s cool. Let's put it that way. It looks cooler than some of the punches he's thrown throughout the episodes. Like, You know, sometimes there's just we're wrestling in a terrible headlock, and I'm like, I'm not sure. Not sure he couldn't just kick you in the groin right now. I don't know.
Yeah. The writing
I
of
don't
this
know martial
episode-
arts, but I do know kicking people in the groin. Anyway,
I mean, it's classic.
it's the best way to get out of anything.
Yeah. The writing of this episode was influenced by a series of memos which were sent between Gene Roddenberry and the executives at NBC by the end of the second season, and which proposed that Chekhov be featured in the third season more than he had been up to that point.
Fair enough. It makes sense. And he got to do a lot of, schmushing.
Yeah.
So he had airtime, I guess.
Absolutely.
And it feels very much his character to both. But it also added something to his character, I think, for him to be like, oh, no, I can't actually marry you. Like, that feels unfair. Like, I have my duties, and I'm trying to be like the captain. But also I want to make out with you because you're pretty, in my mind. It's odd. But it does add something to his character where, like, he is more sympathetic this episode somehow. He's still a goof, but he has something to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Besides, making out.
So I'm curious about this. This was the first episode produced for season 3. As such, it was the first episode produced to feature the blue text rather than the yellow.
I would have mentioned that. Yeah.
What did you think?
It's worse. I love the yellow.
I like the
it
yellow.
It should be
too.
yellow. Yeah, yeah.
Blue is my favorite color, but it just never really
I like
fit.
the color of blue, but it doesn't. Like, after 2 seasons of yellow, it looks weird. It's not. No.
Yeah, I think
The music seemed pretty similar. Like, at least it seemed fine. I'm still going back to probably season 1 after this just to listen to the intro again and be like, no, this is different. But I think at this point they're sort of hitting the groove of what the intro is. But the blue seems weird. It's weird. I'm not used to it yet.
I'll admit, 3 seasons. I wish they had, done
Stayed
the
fucking
first.
consistent.
Well, either stayed consistent or done like the first season yellow, the second season blue, and the third season red to go along with the color schemes.
Exactly. Then it would have been a fun touch that made sense within all of the costuming, but they didn't. So, yeah. But and also, I'm guessing red would have been real red. Like, that gives a very different vibe to the show, because they are both colors that we got are sort of more muted, more calm. It's not a bright, deep, dark blue either. It's a lighter one. So I can imagine that red would have been pretty like, oh, I'm watching a horror thing, or what is going on?
Yeah.
This is bloody. And we saw blood on Chekhov's nose.
We did.
Yeah.
We have another very
red.
subtle change, apparently, was the use of new sound effects for the pushing of buttons on the bridge.
Oh, I did not listen that closely.
Yeah, I didn't
But
either.
good to know.
There was a difference this episode. So they had this singing plant background noise from the cage that was used in pretty much almost every planet
Wee. Yeah.
in season 1 and 2. And they replaced it in season 3 with the warbly sound from the planet Triskelion. Or Triskelion.
Gangsters of Triskelion. Yeah.
So there's that.
I don't know exactly which sound that is, but it sounded fine in context.
It says, this is all Memory Alpha trivia, by the way. Jerry Fielding's unique score adds atmosphere to this episode. When the villains
Very
are
objective.
first seen in the saloon, Fielding has the piano play stereotypical menace notes and a bizarre rendition of Buffalo Gals. Fielding's other Star Trek contribution was his score for The Trouble with Tribbles. I
don't remember that score, but I do remember the piano scene. Like, that was a fun sort of coinciding with what is being discussed, and yet it just feels like someone is actually using the old-timey piano poorly, and like, it works. Yeah.
The original script specified filming the episode on location in an outdoor western town. However, due to budget restrictions, filming was confined to the regular studio stages. To avoid having to build a complete western town set, the concept of an incomplete town put together from bits and pieces out of Kirk's mind was developed, therefore allowing the episode to be filmed within budget.
I think that's a great improvement. That is absolutely one of those cases where it's like, oh, budget constraints can improve your creativity.
Absolutely.
And it looks great. It's absolutely the right choice. Yeah.
Yeah. George Takei's Sulu is not in this episode.
Oh, right. Yep. Yeah. He's in the next. We'll get there.
James Doohan, who played Scotty, intensely disliked the back-combed hairstyle he debuted in this episode.
Sorry. Oh, Doohan. Yeah. I was about to ask, like, did he get a haircut? Did he get a new wig? Like, what the fuck happened there? Because he looks weird.
Yeah, they just combed his hair back.
He looks older or something. It's very like his face looked weird. That was absolutely something I did notice for once, where I was like, you look different. And not better, just older.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine he disliked that haircut.
Yeah. So by the filming of the Tholian Web, that style is gone for good. It's back to, something else. So
thank goodness.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Several of the actors in this episode, including DeForest Kelley and Charles Seel, acted extensively in Westerns throughout their career. Kelley previously played Ike Clanton in the 1955 episode of You Are There, and Morgan Earp in the 1957 film Gunfight at the OK Corral.
Oh. And that's about. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is one of 3 episodes that confirm Uhura's native language of Swahili. Mm-hmm. The other 2 being the Man Trap and the Changeling.
I'll pretend to remember which ones those are from the title alone.
Man Trap was the one where the salt vampire pretended to be a crewman who spoke to her in Swahili. And then the Changeling was when that was the computer thingy. Erased her mind.
One of the supercomputers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
That is, by the way, such a trope in Star Trek. The supercomputer evils.
Of course.
It is such a trope on Star Trek that, like, in Lower Decks, we find out they have basically, like, a planet prison that is that is for nothing but these supercomputers, and they're just, like, all on a wall. It's so funny.
That's great. It makes sense, but also it makes sense for the era and just the fears that have been around computers outpacing us since the existence of computers. It makes sense. Like, even with AI now, we have a lot of doomerism where it's like, oh no, they're gonna take over the planet. Meanwhile, what we call AI is still like a fucking spitting out tokens machine where it's like, probably this word is the next word. Does it make sense? Doesn't have to. Mm-hmm. I'll be inconsistent and untrustworthy. So, we'll survive for a while before the apocalypse comes. On the AI front, that is. The apocalypse will come much sooner.
All right.
Yeah. Like, have you seen your political landscape? I'm glad I'm not in fucking Denmark. Anyway.
Yeah, every day I see it and I go, oh God. I think as of today, and this is going to air way later than we're recording it.
Oh, of course. That's right, because Starfleet Academy is still coming out. Yeah.
But, we saw today that, like,
by now we might be in World War III. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, who knows?
I doubt it, but it'll escalate in weirder ways than I can expect now.
But today the U.S. pulled out of the World Health Organization. So
didn't they do that like twice already?
I don't think so, but
today's
the first time I heard
did that like earlier again. Like, I haven't listened to the news yet. I'm sure we did. They did something.
Yeah.
Less drastic before, and now they're like fully pulling the plug or some shit. It's not like anyone has ever cared about international treaties over there, so Trump especially not. So what you gonna do?
I think this might be one of
I
our.
I wish you luck in surviving the oncoming infectious diseases. Jesus Christ.
So.
Yeah. On happier notes. I don't know if there's a happier note. I wasn't sure where you were going.
Well, I was going to end the show. I think this is...
that is a happier note. Congrats, everyone. You made it.
Do you have anything else that you want to talk about for Spectre of the Gun?
No, I think I got my complaints out of the way. I think I got my differences out of the way. And just pretty sure we covered most of it. And we'll get to anything else I've forgotten next time. Because sometimes I'm like, wait, last episode...
Iconic imagery, though.
Absolutely.
By the way, I did want to bring this up. I read this today on the normal episode, but not the normal episode, the latest Starfleet Academy episode.
Mm-hmm.
But Sterling Gray says, thanks for talking about Star Trek, including the TOS rewatch. I just finished Friday's Child, and McCoy slapped a pregnant woman. Wow.
It's what you do back then. We'll have more slapping women next time.
So Sterling Gray is also in listening to these, and we don't get much feedback on these.
He'll catch up.
Everybody wants to talk about the new stuff, and I get that.
That makes sense. Sense.
But I thought,
but you'll have times in between where you're like, what am I gonna do? Well, you can listen to us rewatch.
Yeah.
Or me, first watch. That's the concept. Anyway,
I always think about this one guy who commented on one of my little videos, like a little clip of the show or something, that says, "Why are you even doing these, for fucking posterity?"
because it's fun.
I guess, kind of, but also
in a way, yeah, sure, it's our legacy, but no, outside of that, Jesus,
yeah,
posterity.
I think about that a lot, though. I'm like, that's so weird, such a weird, angry
it's like,
way to put that. I don't know.
Yeah, like, okay, we're just literally two friends, one of which has watched this his whole life, trying to get the other into it. Like, we're having a good time. What is your problem? Everything. But I think that boils down to the problem where everything has to be aimed to get as many views and downloads and hits and whatever the fuck. It's the social mediaification, basically, of like, why aren't you making the exact thing that's popular right now? Why are you even looking back at an old show that's not like a nostalgia bait 2000s show with the actors looking back on their experiences on set as long as they weren't actively traumatized? It's just everything has that same sort of formulaic quality to it.
Yeah.
You're just used to people not even trying different things anymore. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. And, I have fun talking about this with you. And
I do too.
You are my friend, and I wanted to talk about this show and get you into this franchise. And
I told you the best way to get me into any franchise is to discuss it. So I actually, stick with it.
Yep, that's true. So
it's how it works.
Look, I don't know what to tell you. All right, well, we're going to pop in real quick here. We recorded this episode, and then we started getting feedback. And so we're just going to insert this feedback into this episode that we got here.
I'm in a different timeline. What the fuck happened?
I know.
Yeah, we're not even going to pretend. It's not worth it.
You know what? It's odd.
It's not the same day.
No,
and
it's
both
really
in the
not.
past when we recorded and in the future when you're listening to it, it's the timeline is all over the place.
Yeah. It's wonky, just like the Star Trek continuity. Look.
Exactly.
Sterling.
I have no problems yet because there's very little continuity within the one show yet.
Yeah. So Sterling Gray is someone who writes in quite often for the new episodes coming.
The other half, yeah.
The other half.
Yeah.
And we've inspired him to catch up on TOS. So here we are. He's got an email for seasons 1 and 2 of TOS.
That's just very economical use of time and words. We could have done that. We could have just done 2 massive episodes per season. Like,
we could have.
It would have saved a lot of fucking time.
I've already done.
It wouldn't have been as fun.
That's right. You know what? I did an episode for this podcast that was a review of the original series and the animated series with my sister-in-law.
Just all of it as a whole.
My sister-in-law had never.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
She had never seen it, and I wanted to get her take on it, and we did that episode.
Sort of a proto version of this cast, basically.
Yeah, it kind of was.
What we're doing, but condensed immensely.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So anyway, Sterling's got a TOS Rewatch Seasons 1 and 2 email. Dave and Effie, enjoying the TOS Rewatch. I'd seen some of the iconic episodes, but I've never watched TOS straight through until now. I had some Yeah, in your camp.
I'm not the only one. Yeah.
No, you're of course not.
Fun.
I had some preconceived notions, and they've definitely changed.
Haha.
Kirk was always portrayed as a slut.
That's the fan takeaway. That's all I knew is he goes in, he makes out with the alien, and he leaves.
He leaves. Like, there's no point to it. He just... Anyway.
I mean, usually she dies, but you have to watch the show to know that.
Sometimes he just socks her in the face.
That too. And then he leaves. Anyway, that's slightly, it's a shortcut. It's not quite everything that, it's not an all-encompassing take. It's just a bit short-sighted.
Just socks her, says, no, I can't stay here. I got strange new worlds to look at.
Yeah, come on, man. There's a frontier out there. Oh.
I just came to destroy your robot god, and now you have to rebuild.
Exactly. You just have to reinvent your entire worldview. It'll be fine. Just make sure it's exactly my worldview.
Yeah.
And
I only had sex with you so you would have something to think back on as you were toiling away, rebuilding your world.
Yep.
I'm just kidding.
We're writing a worse version of this show.
Yeah, we are. All right. After watching season 1, I thought that was wholly inaccurate. I agree. Mm-hmm. But near the end of season 2, Kirk's suaveness saved the day for 3 episodes in a row.
Yeah.
Maybe that perception was spot on after all. We're looking at 79 episodes, 80 if you count the cage, and I think it was 18 episodes, only 18 where Kirk kisses someone else.
Yeah, it's not horrible. It's like often enough to be kind of a thing, but I also feel like by the end of season 2, they themselves would have sort of been aware of the gag of it. Like this is how Kirk is sort of viewed. Let's lean in slightly. Let's have him... Let's use that suaveness, but also have it be a commentary. Like, it's sort of a meta thing of like, oh, of course he's gonna, seduce her instead of punching her. That's right. What we have the female character for, to be seduced instead of punched as a villain.
No.
It's a thing.
That is, as you put it, the gag of it.
The gag. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The alien's like, she's making a strange noise. Anyway,
the gagging of it, yes.
So, that Kirk dick saved the day sometimes, man. I don't know.
Hey, if it works, it works.
And
if it doesn't work, take a Viagra.
Sure, no shame there, I guess.
Exactly, it's what the meds are for.
He continues, this show is much more sexist than I expected.
Oh, yeah, sure. Man, it's the 60s.
Yeah. Most women are either window dressing, not taken seriously, or just plain evil. I get it. It was the 60s. So Roddenberry, or more likely Kuhn and Fontana, had to do what they could to keep the show on the air. I think a lot of it was Roddenberry. I think more of it was Roddenberry on that end of it. It was, Roddenberry being like, sex them up a bit. I don't think Kuhn and Fontana.
Sure.
Too much.
But also, the fact of like, oh, they're so often the bad guy. That's the rotating spot.
Yeah.
So if you want to highlight female actors, you're gonna end up having them be villains a lot of the time, and that's sort of the place where you make space for those characters for like the side roles, like most like the Black Doctor who showed up one episode, like
bingo,
but you didn't make it a fucking white guy. At least there is that dynamic of a lot of queer actors and characters were villains initially, where it's just like, that's sort of where we get to at least have some visibility before you can then move in later decades to be like, okay, but what if we actually viewed them as a character with their own will and use them as a protagonist.
Yeah. Now, I don't mind them being evil. Like, I don't.
No, exactly.
I don't sit there. I don't say, oh no, they made them evil and that's sexist. Like when they're just fucking dumb and they have no agency and they're just serving some
that's
like
so much
dude.
Worse. Yeah, if you're just the mud women, basically, if you're just standing there to be pretty and hand him some stuff, that's more offensive in that way than having a lot of villains where it's just like, oh, at least the fucking Klingon Empire has a female fucking commander.
Well,
Stuff. Yeah.
in the terms of Mud's women, I didn't even really find that very offensive because that
No,
was a
no,
serious
I'm
problem, like they
I
were.
mean that as a characterization, but yeah, it was taken seriously at the core because everyone involved was like, Mud, you're a dick for treating these people like this.
Right. They were addicted.
So I didn't mean specifically the episode. I meant just like the return of the one where Mud, I think.
Oh,
when they're
all
just
the robots.
Yeah, the robots just standing there basically and being his slaves. Like that feels ickier than having someone be an actual rounded character-ish for what you can do in an episode. But and all of that is still pretty well offset by the fact that you have a woman of color on the bridge in that time. So I'm not mad at it.
You know what I'm kind of mad at though is like our first introduction to Mud really was like. He was like a fucking sex trafficking pimp. Yeah.
There was just piracy on the 7 vacuums.
And then it just became like, look at this guy, old rapscallion.
Yeah. Oh, he's back. He's still being a misogynist ass. Oh, look at him. Yeah, that's fair. It's that did bring it down a bit. Where it's like, oh, our old scoundrel. Yeah. It's not quite the thing.
Yeah. All right, Sterling continues. With that said, Uhura's left thigh alone belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Way to undercut your point. Never mind.
Yeah, if the show
yes, she's there.
If they wanted to, if the show wanted to save itself from cancellation, they should have kept Uhura in that mirror universe uniform every week. Good Lord.
I am grateful. I don't immediately remember this. But point taken.
Them abs.
Point taken.
Them abs.
Yes. No, I remember it was a midriff showing thing, but I just I don't have the visual burnt into my. I've seen this episode once, man. That's the thing with all of them. But yes, the mirror universe was much more sexy in many ways. Yeah.
For everyone.
Including Spock, yeah.
That goatee did do a lot of work for him.
Apparently, yeah.
He was a good-looking dude
people
anyway.
Went wild, man. Yeah.
The show is...
Them ears, so pointy.
The show is also much sillier than I expected. A giant green hand.
Occasionally.
3 out of 4 planets seem to mirror Earth's terrible past. The Enterprise, even while orbiting Earth, is somehow the only ship in range of an emergency. Kirk is smarter than every computer he faces. There's a lot of corny oddball stuff, and I'm digging it. Overall...
Yeah, good.
And see, this is Sterling.
That's the thing. It is enjoyable.
Yeah, Sterling would have heard this because he listens to the other segment of the show. But, this is something that I've as I've gotten older, and this is the first time I've really gone through and watched it as I've been older and really just taking it all in stride a little bit more. And having watched Lower Decks, you look back at the old stuff and you're like, the show was always fucking ridiculous and fun.
Of course, it had some goofy aspects all along. Yeah, you take it very seriously if you're 8 and you're like, this is the canon. But you should outgrow that to an extent where it's but they were just doing a thing.
It's also a thing of some of 90s Trek got so serious and took itself so seriously. It was a little bit and it was at that time, it was at the same fucking time, 86, 87, that Dark Knight Returns came out. And then all of a sudden it was the fucking cardinal sin.
Everything, yeah.
You couldn't have any kind of camp or any kind of fun, or that's fucking baby shit. How dare you? This is a fucking serious, gritty. Everything had to be gritty.
Yeah. We're not. There's no longer a golden middle between the extremes of the spectrum, where it's maybe Batman got a bit campy in the Silver Age. But you can still be slightly lighter than Dark Knight Returns. Yeah, it's fair.
And it's fun. It's funny the way people will go back and be like, well, TNG took itself seriously. I'm like, there were several episodes of TNG that were just ridiculous. So hold on. They were not trying to be ridiculous, but they were ridiculous.
Yeah. That's a different thing. There is we're taking ourselves seriously and failing, and there's we're not taking ourselves too seriously this week.
Yeah. Let's see. Overall, I applaud the show for tackling social issues. Its reputation in that regard is well earned. I can't imagine what it took to get some of these storylines on the air.
Tinfoil bikinis. It helped. It got it. It
I think
got
that's
it
what
on
happened.
there.
Yeah, that's what happened.
It's how they got it on TV.
Yeah. On to season 3. I'm curious to see if Spock's brain is really as bad as I've heard. Yeah, we'll see.
You and me both, I guess.
Well, yeah, you haven't seen it yet.
I have not.
So,
and I was not expecting it to be bad because I did not have the context before.
it might not
now
be to
I know.
you. It might not be to you.
Exactly. It might be great. It might add so much to Vulcan society in my mind.
Oh, it won't do that.
No, exactly. I'm afraid. I'm now fearful. Yes.
Now this was we just reviewed Spectre of the Gun, and Sterling does review that. He's got a review for it right here, but you know what? To break it up, I'm gonna just show us this little, or tell you about this bad piece of feedback we got from William Slats, who
gotta make a good bad good sandwich of it. Yeah, just feedback.
You gotta throw in some wilted rotten lettuce in there in the sandwich.
Exactly. The middle doesn't taste good, but the buns. Oh man, those buns.
those warm toasty buns. William Slats writes in and says, it's a very short message. It's been 60 goddamn years. TOS has been dissected ad nauseum, and by better than you.
I'm sure.
Your fan forever, William. I added that part.
Okay, that might not have been there. Fair enough. Yes, but also I'm not doing an academic analysis. Like I don't come into this having like a big thoughts. Like I'm not trying to pick anything apart to that extent. It's just like, oh, these are themes and cool, and they did something here. And other than that, it's a review, man. I'm not trying to overanalyze. I can't in just impromptu ways.
Honey, sweetie.
And I'm out of academia, so I'm not going back in just to write some academic essays. Like, fuck off.
Right. I don't ever know. Like, people like that.
I'm sure there are more serious podcasts actually delving into how this show is. But that's not us. Like, we're here for the dick jokes. We know that. Like, well, we know ourselves.
I like to go mid ground on it.
Exactly. Like, we have a bit of both. That's what I mean. Yeah. It's not just the dick jokes. I didn't mean that. I know you do prep. Trust me.
Yeah.
I'm very appreciative, so I don't have to do that much of that prep, so I'm very grateful. But it's a bit of both.
Yeah, I definitely have a background in storytelling and writing in school and academia, as you put it.
High five.
And I like to look back and like make it clear what the context of the time was.
Yeah, but, it helps, especially when it's this far removed, at least. Yeah.
But Billy, can I call you Billy? I'm sure I can.
You can. Yeah, he's fine with it.
There are plenty of other podcasts who they all sit upright and they talk in a low Mr. Worf voice and try to pretend they are Vulcan, and they go deeply into how serious and then they'll get to like something like the sexism or something, and they'll be like, oh, we won't discuss some of the more unflattering aspects of the episode. And that's not us.
Why would you ignore that? Yeah.
Why are you talking about it?
Just keep over-analyzing the trouble with tribbles, I guess. I'm sure it's very societally relevant still. But, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a good hate-filled bun in the middle of the good buns of yeah.
It was
patty. Something. Yeah, this feels like a rotten patty.
It was that one.
Some bad. Yeah.
It was that squished piece of bread that's in the middle of the Big Mac.
Right. Yeah. That doesn't have a function. It's just there to soak up the. It's just soaking up the oils and no. It's not adding anything. Yep.
All right, and
just give me an extra patty. It'd be fine. Yeah.
For this episode, we are going to do one more piece of feedback from Sterling Gray again about Spectre of the Gun, the episode we just talked about. As far as you guys are concerned,
just recently. Oh,
yeah, just recently. Hey, folks, I used to watch Arrow, didn't we all?
Yes, we used to.
And their Spectre of the Gun episode was much better.
I don't remember the title.
I don't remember it either.
I didn't look this up. Arrow did an episode with the same title? Cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What was it about?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I just pirated those episodes and got like the worst sort of file names. I didn't always have the title of the actual episode because it wasn't on screen.
Okay.
I would have had to look that up regardless.
Oh, it was the gun control episode of Arrow in season 5.
Oh, I never got to that. Never mind.
Oh, season 5 sucked. No, season 5 was good.
Exactly.
No.
Oh,
season 5 was great.
So good. Yeah.
Season 5 was great. That was the
That was the rebound sort of.
Yeah.
Right?
That was Spectre of the Gun. Season 5 was the Adrian Chase Prometheus storyline. Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
Now, that episode was oversimplified.
Of course. It's trying to tackle gun rights in a fucking 1 hour episode. How the fuck? That's just, but at least it leans into some of the origins of Green Arrow as a fucking leftist, which I would appreciate had I, seen the actual episode.
Right.
Cause, I love me some Kami Ollie. That's my jam.
Kami Ollie. That sounds like a band.
It might be. I've put it out into the universe. Someone can take the band name. Comrade
God.
Ollie. Jesus. Anyway, I'm left wing enough to be appreciative of some billionaire superhero not being a billionaire superhero right wing asshole for for change.
That's either the name.
Nice.
That's either the name of a great band. In which case, I would suggest throwing New 52 Black Canary in there so she could be the lead vocalist.
Of course.
And it has to be called Kami Ollie and the Quiver Kids.
Yes.
Or a Saturday morning cartoon show.
Either or.
Yeah.
But it would have music regardless. Like the Saturday morning tune would still be performed by that band.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah.
Kami Ollie and the Quiver Kids. Kami Ollie and the Quiver Kids.
This will never air on U.S. television.
Ollie says, fuck Hawkman.
Yep.
Anyway.
You too shoot fuck.
Yeah, this is a Star Trek cast. Y'all don't know
Poor
about
kids,
y'all don't
poor
know about
kids.
DC.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh, what were we talking? Oh, no, he says, Sterling
The Green
says,
Arrow episode. We were talking about that. Yeah.
Sterling said, I used to watch Arrow and their Spectre of the Gun episode was much better. You know what? I like the TOS episode better. I think it's more fun. And,
That's fair.
I'll tell you this. I'll fucking tell you this. McCoy's disgust at the idea of using a deadly weapon like a gun is way more indicative of a positive message than Arrow's bullshit where they're like, well, I don't know how we're going to fix it. I've got a plan. Never tell the audience what the plan is and the episode is over. Like,
oh boy.
Anyway.
We're gonna do something, but not like gun reform, because changing something would be reform, but like we're doing something. We're not doing nothing, because that would, oh God, how am I getting out of this? That's just, sounds a little more scaredy cat, but also the disgust at a deadly weapon is kind of weird when you have fucking phasers that are set to kill a lot of the time.
Oh, they're mostly set to stun.
Yeah, usually.
But usually McCoy is against
shoot
it.
on sight moments. Oh, okay, that's fair. He's a doctor though.
Yeah.
Not a
do no harm. He's a dude, like McCoy's an angry pacifist.
That's fair, and I appreciate that. I love me some angry pacifist. Like in real life, I would be against the phasers too. Go fuck yourself. They should only have a stun function. There's no need to ever be like stun it and then murder it. Like no. If it's stunned, it should be fine.
Well, here's the thing, though, and here's the only reason that there is a kill setting on the phaser. It's because it will kill a human or most humanoids, but there are other creatures who,
of course,
in order to stun it, you have to use a higher setting. So you don't you only call it kill so that you don't use it on a fucking human.
Yeah, it's just a strength thing, but at the same time, that makes very little sense, because then you're just like, oh, it's not a different mechanism, so stunning is just hurting you bad enough to not kill you, but still knock you the fuck out, which makes it much less ethical than the idea of like, oh, I'm stunned, and I like there's not an. But then again, it's violence regardless. Like there's no real way of doing that. Well, like stun guns in real life are so much worse than you think. Look into tasers, y'all. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, they call it, kill, turn it to kill, because it's more dramatic and it works for audiences. It's like, oh my God, they've got to turn this one to kill. For fuck's sake, something's going to happen, they're not going to be like, set it to level 3. Oh!
Yeah. Oh my! We went to, there's a 4th level now?
And if it's just it's all just stun, they're not going to be like, set it to Cosby. Like set your phasers to Quaalude, So
set phasers to coma sounds a bit more cruel anyway. Yeah,
it does. Oh, anyway.
Where were we? Sorry, feedback. We're here for you. Don't worry.
Arrow, Spectre of the Gun episode was much better. Not a fair comparison, but I was thinking this episode had more to do with the debate on gun violence than another advanced culture putting the Enterprise crew in danger for no real good reason. Well, why the hell not, Sterling? Why not?
Invading forces? Oh,
I'll tell you what.
Treat them rudely.
If I was like an advanced alien civilization and I was bored beyond my fucking immortal years,
we could not comprehend how bored as of yet.
Yeah. Like, for fuck's sake, here comes another damn starship floating around, wanting to talk to us about something. We've already had some Klingons come through, wanting us to make fucking weapons for them. Yeah, God. Anyway, I don't know. What do we need? What do you think? Well, maybe we'll test them. Well, I don't know. It'd be kind of fun, though.
Just look into their past and see what bullshit is up in their brain and shit. We'll find something weird.
That's all any of these these people who have evolved beyond corporeal existence. They're just floating around like in space going like, God, I'm bored. What the fuck are we going to do? I know. Next time a ship passes through. We'll be like,
just gets a little too near.
Like, I don't know. You can't come here. That always makes them come.
It is, sometimes you have to deny someone else the right to come here.
All right, so Sterling says that image of the Melkoshian was cool, very creepy and alien. It's amazing that the episode budget allowed for such a detailed character design. I'm not sure if that's sarcasm or not. On the flip side, anytime a character has to explain why the sets look so shitty, that is a sign of a bad episode. I don't agree. That is one of my favorite things. It's one of my favorite things about Batman the Animated Series. And they didn't do it because of budget. They did it because of censorship issues. But I love having to come up with a reason that something looks cheap.
Yeah, or at least constraints tend to make you more creative, just generally. Yeah. And that's, in this case, it added something. I don't think it looked shitty. I think it looked deliberately broken apart. If it had just looked like, we borrowed a set from a Western again, it would have been much more boring. But because walls were missing and shit, it was weird and eerie and space weirdness, I guess.
It looked surreal.
There was something unsettling about it that wouldn't have been there if it had just been, we're in a saloon now.
And also, if they're pulling it from their minds, why would they have an exact idea of everything?
Exactly. Yeah. I don't read the history of this fucking county and be like, now I know what it looked like.
Like, if an alien pulled an image of Victorian England out of my head, it would look exactly like that, where it would be just patches of things and big gaps.
Some of the costumes, and you know what? There would still be inaccuracies, because we didn't look into the clothing at the time. Fuck if I know.
No. Sterling continues, and I'm not picking on you, Sterling, and not at all.
Oh no,
I love that you are a stalwart feedbacker and
exactly,
and
I love having something to bounce off of. That's just fun input. Yeah.
Sterling says, does Kirk hate Chekhov? I've noticed that Kirk seems to have less patience for Chekhov than anyone else. He kind of snaps on him often, but in this episode, Chekhov seems kind of dumb, the way he just fell into lust with Sylvia.
I feel like he always seems slightly dumb.
He always seems dumb.
He's always And he's always horny. Like, let's be real. As soon as there's an opportunity, they will make him follow his dick into whoever is near. Like, that is just the whole trope of his character is he's young. He's a little young to be here.
He will follow his dick while, championing Russia for inventing pussy. Like, that is...
Of course.
Chekhov is
End
dumb
of character.
Shit.
That's what we needed.
Here's the interesting thing. And, Sterling, I know you just said you watched the first 2 seasons. When you go back to season 1, Kirk is an absolute dick. You remember like fucking Lieutenant Riley or whatever, the fucking idiot singing the Irish tunes? Like, that dude was always doing some stupid shit. Like, there was the other guy that was like that from a Corbin Might Maneuver that McCoy said, I think he reminds you of you at that age, and you're being too hard on him. Kirk is a dick to a lot of people. It's just that Chekhov took the place of those people.
Yeah.
Chekhov just became... They brought in a new castmate, and they didn't need...
Instead of being, the interchangeable character didn't need to be there. But Kirk was always kind of a hard ass about, like, no, take it seriously, goddammit, this ship is my life.
But also, the
and
person...
my wife, and I fuck her at night. Like,
Oh, God. But,
I love the response more than the bullshit I threw in.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, God.
I fuck her at night. Okay, so, but yeah, look at Chekhov.
You gotta fuck your wife and your life. It's
but you also have to consider that Chekhov was the teeny bopper heartthrob, or at least the intended teeny bopper heartthrob
at the time. Sure,
that's why they
believe that. Yeah.
They gave him that stupid fucking
haircut,
wig.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't even like for a while. It was a wig.
Not a real haircut. I just meant the style. Yeah.
Yeah. It was eventually a real haircut, but initially it was a really bad wig.
Bad wig. Yeah.
Because they wanted someone to appeal to teenage girls. They wanted someone who looked like Davy Jones from the fucking Monkees. That is exactly what they said. That's exactly what they wanted.
I'll pretend to know who that is.
Look up the Monkees. It's a It's basically like it was a comedy show about a group of musicians who were basically like the Beatles, but it was a comedy. And Davy Jones was a big thing, and he was a heartthrob, and that's what they were going for with Chekhov.
Oh, right, sure. I don't know which one is the one we're talking about, but they all kind of seem like to have the same stupid hair, so it makes sense.
So that's what they were going for, is like a Beatles Monkees type of thing, and but also they wanted him to appeal to the younger audience, so he's got to kind of always be in trouble with the hires.
Oh no, oh boy!
Like, Captain Kirk's gonna do me in.
He's on my ass again. Damn it! Yeah. No, it's fair. It's sort of the trope. It's just what he was there for.
What's fun is that the network was like, we need this young heartthrob guy, and Roddenberry's like, all right, but I'm gonna make him Russian. What the fuck, man? You know who we're against right now?
Russian Beatles? Really? Oh, god damn it.
Don't worry.
For the time, I appreciate. Currently, man, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'd do it right now, but the Cold War is kind of not so cold anymore, but
it's warming up. Anyway.
It's heating up.
Sterling says, "Is Kirk a bad captain?" Sometimes. I feel like he put the crew in danger by ignoring the no trespassing sign of the Melkosian. Sure, he was ordered to make contact, but if they refused, he shouldn't have just gone anyway. Send a probe or something.
It's not a great solution to be like, let's not even ask the higher ups to be like, okay, they really don't want contact. Do you want me to force this? How? Like, there doesn't seem to be much of a protocol for being an unwanted guest beyond, let's just fuck around and see what happens.
Yeah, it does look bad.
And then have to get ourselves out. Yeah.
It does look bad, but, there may have been a Starfleet order like, do this, at all costs. Like, this is the thing we have to do.
We have to assume, yeah.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't know what they actually got in the end by talking to them. Like,
that wasn't the point.
No, exactly. Not of the episode, just in universe.
Right. I feel like we've never heard of Melkosians again after this. So apparently it didn't pan out well. Shout out to Scotty for being the only red shirt to inhale a noxious gas and live. And shout out to James Doohan as well. He knows he knows what that smoke was made of. He took that whole canister right to the face.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. That's Scotty for you.
It's an era in which everyone on set was probably still smoking. So really, your lungs were fucked anyway.
Mm-hmm. Was Instinct for Violence the original name of this episode? The way Kirk said it at the end of the episode in the music cue made it seem that phrase had more meaning than a throwaway joke. I don't know. I don't think I saw. It's
didn't come up in
the
trivia.
Yeah, it didn't come up in the trivia. This is going to sound, unless we just don't remember, and it's going to be really bad because this is in that episode. So we're just like, yeah, the original name of the episode was Instinct for Violence. Yeah.
Cut to. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
But at the same time, I also feel like it's a total Shatner thing to just be like, let's give this line some weight. And then for there not to be a reason to do that.
Oh gosh.
The gravitas is there, and people are like, "Wait, why did he say it like that? Is that the title? No, the title is something different."
It would be funny if like Shatner intended it to be that, and then he was like campaigning for it.
Yeah, he was behind the scenes going like, "Oh, we should call it this. This is such a great line. We need to use this as the title," and no one was listening. So he forced it, and then they were like, we're still not listening.
All right. We've got a few more feedbacks to record, so we're going to go back to the main episode now. And thank y'all for writing in, Sterling. Even you, William. Love you too, baby. And we'll see y'all next week. Next time on the Star Trek Universe Classic Watch / Rewatch, it's sexist, it's racist, but we could not avoid it. We are going to have to talk about Ilan of Troyes.
They are inevitable.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Until next time, Joel on True, live long and prosper. And, of course,
eat a dick, people. Eat a dick.
Star Trek Universe is produced by Matthew Carroll and David C. Robertson. If you'd like to hear more from Matthew Carroll, check out all of his podcasts at strandedpanda.com. And go look for his music by searching Matthew Carroll wherever you get music. He did the theme for this show. Find out more about Effie Ophelders and her writing at euphemia.ophelda.rs. And if you want more of me, David C. Robertson, you can find links to my other podcast, DC On Screen, my poetry, short stories, photography, artwork, and my free all-encompassing weekly / semi-weekly newsletter at davidcrobertson.com. All links are in the show notes. If you'd like to reach out and have your voice heard, email us StarTrekUcast@gmail.com.